What's up guys, welcome back. It's Andrew Worth here and we're back at the Valino 180 playing around. So today we got the scales. So we're going to corner weight it and make sure that the car is all in even weights. Reason for this is if a car is unbalanced corner to corner, it's like having a short leg on a chair, so it'll always rock. So it'll make the car jab and bounce and be very like unstable feeling. I had this trouble with the AE86 early in the piece, so after I corner weighted it, the car was a million times better. It's like driving a couch. So it's very good to do that to your car, especially if you're competing. So I'll just go through what I'm up to with that, guys, and yeah, show you the ins and outs of doing it, and we'll go from there. I'd also like to take a moment, guys, to thank the people that helped me. So Valino Australia, thanks for letting me play silly buggers with this car and turn it into what it is today. It's been a long road, but definitely getting there now. So this weekend's Drift Masters, so it will be there. Hopefully pleasing the crowd, because it's a crowd judged. So if you're on here, make sure you give it the wave with the wands. But yeah. So also easy to deal with tyres. They are part of Valino, so it's good to have them helping with it all. QCL Group, good friend of mine, family friend. He's helping me out, keeping me going. And European Parts House, which is just a personal sponsor of mine. If you need anything off them for your European car, jump on the website, have a look, and yeah, see what you can get. But yeah. Righto guys, so this is our scales. So we're just going to put batteries in it because they go flat if they're sitting around. Like so. And then make sure he's on. Gives you nothing, it's in pounds, so we change that to kilograms. Oop, that one. To kilograms. And we'll go through and put the batteries in the weight scales. They're all labelled. The light comes on, they're all labelled. Rear left. Same again, rear right, put the battery in, take it to the right. It's always good to have the car on flat ground. So we're in the carport here, so it's pretty close to flat. It would be good to put it up on stands and make sure the stands are all flat so the car is 100% level. But we're going to do what we can do today. So I can't get the scale under the wheel because it's got too much droop. So I'm just going to reposition the jack, get it up a bit higher. Righto, so before we start, we just zero it out. As you can see, the front left is off, so we've got to check that right now. Why are you off? Ah, battery's in wrong. Help if you put it in the right way. Look at that, we're back on. Right. So before we go ahead, just gonna zero it out. Everything's at 0, so we know we're 100% at 0. Let him down. Make sure we're right. All still at 0. Pushing the scales back a bit because it wants to roll backwards. As I'm coming down. Alright, so we're down on the scales, just fronts only. As you can see, we're a little bit out already. So we'll get the back ones under and we'll go again, give it a check, and then we start adjusting. Righto, so we're a little bit out, guys, but it's not too terrible. Actually, even the front's pretty well bang on. But before we look at this, what we're going to do is just jump on the car in the corners to get its suspension to settle back down, because it can give us a false reading. So if you have a look at what that is now, it's very close, but we'll go jump on it and we'll see where we're at. Righto, so I gave it a little jump, let it all settle down a little bit. And as you can see, we're at 358 on the front left and 353 on the front right. So that's a little bit of difference. And on the rear, we're at 271 on the left and 264 on the right. So now what we're going to do is go through and adjust your spring height, because it's going to be stuff all like probably maybe even 1 mil in a spring height change will change our weights. So we'll go through and work out what one we want to change. At this point it looks to be... Righto guys, so what I've decided is the rear left. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on, so wind the spring up a little bit to give us a little bit better corner weight, so that'll start blending it out a little bit. But yeah, I'll give that a go now and I'll show you guys the results. Righto guys, so I've done one complete turn on the left hand rear down here, so that's 271 now, and we're at 269 on the opposite, but we probably could come up a little bit on the front right, just give it a little bit of pressure, but I'm not too worried about that because that will counteract with me in the car, so that should be okay. That's not terrible. We're at 1253 kilos, so that's not too bad. I would have liked it to be lighter, but at the same time I did kind of want to keep it in FD rules. FD ruling is for a 265 at 1300 kilos, so I wanted to keep it there just so that it's like in a pretty good category to compare to other cars, especially in America. But yeah, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to be a bit heavier. I wanted it to be lighter, but yeah, that's pretty good. 70, 68, right, 54. So I think I'm going to leave it at that, guys. That's not too bad. As I said, it's a little bit heavier on the left hand side than the right, but with me in it, it's going to be a little bit better. It will be then heavy to the right hand side, but that's okay. I wanted the thing to be even and flat, so that's good. It's a good start, and hopefully, yeah, it'll make the car feel a bit better. I have done stuff all to it, as you saw, so probably I won't notice it all that much, but it's definitely going to be a help. Righto guys, so that's corner weighting. It's just a very good help and a suspension tuning technique to make the car feel as flat and to work as well as it can in competition circumstances, especially in your circuit car, even the street car. Street car will feel 10 times better with doing it. But definitely something that I've learned over the years on how to perfect the car and make it better, and I did surprisingly feel a dramatic change in the Sprinter when I did it. This car was set up early in the piece, pre-Valino, and was corner weighted already, so the car was already on point and it was pretty good. But we have done a lot of changes, as you can see, with the turbo setup and power steer and everything. Boot mount radiators, fuel tank's different, everything has changed in this car since then, so it's very good to throw it back on and be within a couple of kilos really, compared to what it was previously. But it's definitely good to reflect back onto that and see the changes and see the benefits. It weighed 1150 earlier, and like pre all this, and we're now at 1248. So probably 100 kilos, what's that, 100? Yeah, about 100 kilos. 100 kilos we've gained just by putting the turbo and all that on, but we've also gained about 400 horsepower. So definitely an improvement, and be good to get it back to the track and put it in competition circumstances and see what I can do. So yeah, this Friday guys, Queensland Drift Masters, put on by Rob White. All the pros will be there throwing down and should be good. So big smoke shows, and good to see some pro-ams and try and get a pro-am driver to World Time Attack, so that'll be good. Check it out guys, I'll give you a walk around the car and just show you the scales and stuff. But yeah, take care guys, see you in the next one. So things we did to the car guys is I put a different seat in it, changed the position of it to make it a bit more comfortable for me. Changed the steering wheel height just by adjusting our mount down. Obviously the dash to be able to see the vitals, see what's going on. The HGT sequential, that's killer, so cool. Definitely glad we did it, spent money and did it. Definitely easier to drive and nicer to drive. On top of that, we've got the Heltec 2500. Yes, it's only zip tied in, I'm sorry, but haven't yet mounted it. Hopefully get that done by Friday, but still got a little bit more to do, a little bit of packing and a few tires and stuff to do. So be good to get another set of Valinos on this thing and bake them until they're gone. But definitely be good to throw it in competition circumstances and see what I can do. Been a long time since I've had a good battle, so be good to get out and do it. As you guys may have seen, the spacing of the guards, that's just to fit the wide wheels in. We did go wider due to the Wisefab stuff. It's the same with the front. Obviously cut out for the Wisefab. All the pipes got coated just recently, as you guys seen. We got the cast block LS with the LSX HR fast manifold. That is the motor out of the old VE Commodore. We've just changed the cam in it, made sure it was all happy, and put a turbo on it. So as you guys can see, the benefits of the turbo over the supercharger is definitely much better. Drivability, it's a bit nicer with the turbo, a little bit of lag can get you out of the hole better, but also the blower was good too because it had instant throttle. So it's a different driving style, but this is much more efficient, everything's staying cooler and it's much happier. So I'm glad we went down this road than the back to the top mount blower. Obviously the catch can, intercooler for all the associated things. And as we go back here, we've got the mount for Masters this weekend. That's for our little flagpole things, whatever they're called. So yeah, radiator in the back. That's just a Honda radiator, nothing fancy. Just, yeah, we ordered one of them in through European Parts House. Actually, two of them, sorry. Ordered two of them in. It's one on each side. Got a fan underneath it with a cowl. That's our header tank for our radiator. I do have to check that before this weekend, so hopefully I remember. Now we'll duck under here. I'll get a light on. Get a light on. So we've got the winner's quick change and all the wires fab. Our lines are there for our radiators and fuel tank. A little bit of a mod on a fuel tank and a little swell pot put on the bottom so that we can just run the in-tank pump. That's about it. So it's all cut out. Still got steel quarters this car, so that's a little bit more weight we can take out at a later date. But that's the next body kit. Next body kit will have fiberglass guards, fiberglass quarters. A lot of it will be gone. A lot of the steel will be gone, so that'll get us a bit lighter and a little bit better, hopefully. So while we're here, guys, new set of tail lights. Got them off the easy to deal with 180. So nice fresh look. And we put the bumper back on, chopped it down. I do have to do a couple mounts before this Friday, but yeah, looking cool, looking really good. I painted my front wheels, as you can see. Little upset on the color, but I'll fix them up later. At least they're on, at least they're a bit brighter than before. So, but yeah, so that's it for this one, guys. Hope you guys like it. A little bit of a look at corner weighting and setting up a car. I'll now got to do a wheel alignment, so I'll probably throw that on the next one. Take care, guys, look after yourselves, and see you in the next one.